When a white man becomes an entrepreneur and when a black man becomes an entrepreneur, two men chase the same dream, to build something of their own. Same hours, same hustle, but somehow the world doesn't see them the same way. Why? When a white man becomes an entrepreneur, the world often meets him with curiosity and support. People see potential. They say he's got a vision, or that's a future CEO. Investors are willing to take a chance. Banks return his calls, and the community encourages him to follow his passion. Even when his first business fails, because many do, society says he's learning. They call it experience. They say he'll bounce back. Failure becomes part of his story, not the end of it. But when a black man becomes an entrepreneur, the story often starts with doubt, not curiosity, caution. Instead of, "That's a bold move," he hears, "Are you sure this will work?" Instead of encouragement, he gets warning signs from people who care but have seen how the system works. He has to prove his credibility before he even makes his first sale. He has to show numbers before trust. He has to work twice as hard just to be seen as equal. When a white entrepreneur walks into a meeting, people assume competence. They assume he belongs in the room. When a black entrepreneur walks into the same meeting, he often feels the eyes that say, "Who invited him?" And when they pitch their ideas, same energy, same confidence. The difference shows in the reactions. The white entrepreneur gets feedback. The black entrepreneur gets skepticism. The same sentence that sounds ambitious from one sounds risky from the other. Then comes funding. While one gets a yes after a few meetings, the other faces silence, or endless, "We'll get back to you." He's told the idea is too niche, or too early, or not scalable. But what they really mean is, "We don't see people like you leading this kind of business." Even customers play a role. People are more comfortable buying from brands they subconsciously trust, and in many cases, the trust is coded. The same product, same quality, same service. But one business gets labeled authentic, the other gets called trying, and when the business succeeds, the reactions differ again. For the white entrepreneur, people say, "He's brilliant." For the black entrepreneur, people say, "Wow, he made it." As if it was a miracle, not mastery. The weight is different too. A white man represents himself. A black man carries a community's hopes, doubts, and expectations. His success is not just personal, it becomes symbolic. And his mistakes are not seen as human, they're seen as proof. But here's what's remarkable. Despite the odds, despite the stereotypes, black entrepreneurs rise anyway. They create industries from the ground up, build movements from passion, and find ways to make their voices heard even when doors are closed. Their journey might be harder, but it's louder, stronger, and deeply inspiring. Because when a black man becomes an entrepreneur, he's not just chasing profit. He's rewriting the definition of what success looks like in a world that still doesn't see clearly. So next time you hear about an entrepreneur, look beyond the label. Ask yourself, did they start at the same line, or was one already 10 steps ahead? Because sometimes the difference between privilege and perseverance is the color of the hand building the dream.